Hello, Rama Rama Pupoda. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, relaxed, peaceful, and always happy. Let's go to chapter 10 Kalady-Kasaragod in the steamboat. Part 1 Birthplace of Sri Shankaracharya. One evening, Ramdas was unusually inebriated with ecstasy, in the presence of some friends, of whom V. Iyer was one. He talked with great fervor on the universal aspect of God. Iyer was eagerly listening. The whole universe is permeated through and through with God, said Ramdas. The visible and invisible world are all He as manifest and unmanifest. There is nothing and none but He. All is He. Such is the truth. Where then is the idea of I and you, mine and yours? All are He and His. In this strain, Ramdas spoke on. The words flowed out of him in an irresistible stream. Ramdas saw that a blissful light had filled the room, and the people sitting in it were like faint shadows. The compelling words and the atmosphere produced a marvelous effect on Iyer. His face was aglow with a strange luster. His eyes became moist. I have, then, no relations and no home. Where shall I go to? He cried out with a touch of deep pathos and anxiety. He trembled and swayed on one side. The other friends at once held him and led him out of the room and made him lie down on a bench. He fell into a trance-like sleep for half an hour, after which he returned to outer consciousness. Now, coming to Ramdas, he said, Swami, I am going home. So, you have recovered the ego which you had lost for a while, Ramdas observed with a smile. He nodded in the affirmative and left. Sanjeev Rao and other friends having proposed to take Ramdas on a visit to Kalady, the birthplace of the renowned Shankaracharya, situated few stations from Ernakulam. A party of about a dozen people consisting of the friends and their families started. They reached the small village in due time. They directed their steps to a garden on the bank of the Alvaya river where stood two temples, one of Sharada and the other Mahadev. In front of the temples was a raised plastered pedestal, rectangular in shape, signifying the spot where the remains of Shankaracharya's mother had been interred. The surrounding scenery was most fascinating. It possessed all the beauty, simplicity, and calmness of the countryside. Around the shrine, groves of jackfruit and mango displaying exuberant verdure, and the tall coconut trees shooting up from their midst to a great height and nodding their crested tops in the breeze, yielded shade and coolness, and cast a bewitching spell on the sacred spot. An aged Brahman, an old resident of the place, recounted to the party the ancient episodes and legends relating to the place, and also told them of the visits of eminent personages to the shrine. He said that he had the unique privilege of serving Swamivivekananda when he came to Kalady during his itinerant life. The well-known incident in Shankaracharya's life which determined his adoption of sannyas when he was still a boy took place on the bank of the river Alvai. The boy Shankara was insisting upon his mother to permit him to live a life of utter dedication to God, instead of the ordinary life of a householder immersed in the worldly cares and desires. The mother would not agree. One day, when the mother had taken the boy as usual for a bath in the Alvai river, and he was knee-deep in water, a crocodile suddenly caught his leg and began to drag him away into the deep waters. "Mother, mother," he called out, "a crocodile has caught hold of my leg and is dragging me down into the depths of the stream. I will presently sink and be devoured by it. There is only one way to save me, and that is if you would consent to my adoption of sannyas. The crocodile will set me free." The situation alarmed the fond mother. In an instant she saw she would rather prefer her son alive, though a sannyasi, than he be a prey to death in the guise of the crocodile. "All right, my son, I agree," she answered desperately. The crocodile disappeared, leaving the boy to come up free and safe. The mother kept her word, and Shankara became one of the greatest philosophers the world has ever produced. The party had their ablutions in the sacred river, and after darshan of the deities in the temples, returned to their rooms in the dharmashala, where dinner was cooked by the mothers to the accompaniment of devotional songs. Altogether, it proved to be a most blissful trip. By evening, the party reached back Ernakulam. During his stay at Sanjeev Rao's, he and his wife and children treated Ramdas with all love and kindness. That's all, folks. Let's see in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Pupoda.